name's Andy. I've recently went on a 10-day trip around Wales, Snowdonia and Anglesey in my camper van called Pepper. This is the first time I've been out in the van for such a long time, and I learned many things about the van life experience. In the following 10-part series, you can follow me and Pepper in the hills, the valleys and the peaks to see whether we enjoyed the experience.
Morning, morning, you beautiful people. Well, that's what they say on the mountain bike channel. I don't do mornings. Hang on. I don't do mornings. Right, so actually I slept alright last night, to be honest. I slept alright. There's a storm coming this morning and rain showers in the afternoon. Sorry, other way around. I've just got up. I'm going to go do some paddleboarding, I think, and a little bit of investigation around there. Slept pretty well last night, if I'm honest. Time to get up, get Pepper ready, get coffee, get fed, and head over bright and breezy so we can get some parking. Oh, I don't do mornings. I do not do mornings. Welcome to day 2.
This campsite last night was really quiet. No issues, no noise, no nothing. Everybody was really considerate. A great location to stay. I'll put that on screen if you want to come and stay. I'll keep my voice down a little bit because it's still early. A lot of people are not up yet. But yeah, beautiful. And you saw the coastline this morning, so you could easily go for a morning swim if you wanted to. Yeah, van life. Morning people, I feel a little bit more human now actually. So on the breakfast this morning we're going to go and try, well I've still got some bread and stuff like that I really should get through, but we're going to try some of these processed meals. Now I'm not sponsored, bought these from Decathlon, or was it Go Outdoors? One or the other. I usually go for the other style ones that you've seen in a brown packet, glossy packet, but a lot of people have said these are actually really nice. Most of these camper vans, as you know, come with a table that fits across here, but I find it easier just to put up this tiny little table in the morning, because you can take it out, put it back, whoosh, and it's away. And you'll see me, I've actually reviewed this little table here on the channel. 14 quid I think it was. Again, I'm not sponsored, I just thought it was a great little table, so I sponsored it. And these little pop-up kettles that you can get from Amazon as well are absolutely brilliant. I use these all the time for making a brew, having a coffee. Doesn't boil the quickest, I'll be honest, but yeah. I also bought these thinking it was 12 in a packet. It was actually 12 packets, so I'm absolutely caked in New York coffee, which I'm honest with you, it's never going to beat Yorkshire tea. Nah mate. Nah. Right then Pepper, let's get going. An hour and a half it is. What a brilliant little spot, and we'll just, as we do a U here, we'll just make sure that we haven't left anything. Look at that, no trace, that's how it should be. Sat nav saying straight across. Don't think so, mate. Don't think so. Morning, ladies. Just off for a little trip around Wales. What did I say to you about the Welsh being patriotic? I absolutely love it. Boys and girls, that doesn't sound right. Nah, that can't be right. What's occurring? We can chase the sun down south to Mexico. Got them sounds. Tell me. So I've come to get some petrol, and yeah, I caved in. I went for Huel. Just because it's easy. It's just easy. But a certain person we know knows the person who owns it, who's going to get me some free shit. But it hasn't happened yet. Holy goodness. Yeah, and we got ourselves a little fluffy tree. Orange-tastic. So fuel-wise, what we actually spent, well I've just topped up there 30 bar, because anytime it gets to even half, I always fill it up whenever we go past a petrol station. So far, it's hard to tell because I've put 30 in, plus 20 on the way down.
call it 50, but then I already had some fuel in the van, so day one we're probably going to be looking at about 200, 250 over the week. But anyway, let's get on towards Barmouth Bridge. Let's go, Pep. Let's go. She's been a good girl. So far. So far. What I've got to say is, compared to England, especially on this route when you're heading down the coast, there are so many places for vans to be able to pull in, and there are no parking signs everywhere like there is in England. It's absolutely terrible. So if you're thinking of coming to Wales, you don't really need to pre-plan a lot of this thing. Just end up driving down some of these roads and you'll find plenty of places to park. Just realised where we are. This is the place where we did my favourite mountain biking trail when we were in Wales that time. Of course, I don't know why I'm not thinking, but it's because the part of the bridge, Barmouth Bridge, I wasn't actually thinking about it. So I don't know what we're going to do now, because I've got no coins at all. I suppose we're going to have to go into town and just risk it. If we get a fine, well, that's what it was meant to be. So we're going to do some paddleboarding today. Supposedly you can go all the way under the bridge, but the water looks pretty low, and there's absolutely... Somebody's been turning up that saturation button. It does not look like the Med. We'll go into town, get some dosh, get some cash, come back. That's the plan. Oh yeah. That's the bridge over there, and apparently it's closed because they're actually maintaining the actual metal part of it, though they're doing something with it. But we will take the paddleboard out and we'll go out under the bridge, and then we'll go around and have a look at this £2 million clock tower. You can see the water here. It's really quite beautiful. In fact, the town is quite beautiful as well. I need to go into town to get some cash for the cash machine. And people start using cash because they're trying to get rid of it, and everybody wants to use cards, and if they've got your cards, they know what you're doing and what you're spending and where you're going. And we ain't having none of that business. Won't be going in there again. No please, no thank you, no nothing. So I got a sandwich. I said, can I have some change? He looks at me and goes, what do you think we are, a bank? No, I need my change. There's no bank in town. Fair enough, I thought. You don't need to be rude about it. It seems there are assholes wherever you go these days. I don't know. I was going to say what happened to Britain, England. Not in England, no, we were in Wales. Bollocks to Welsh. Bollocks to you. Give you that. I'll get you in my little video. There you go. There you go. Nice to meet you. Can you believe I've just been talking to this fella here. He got that for 150 quid off eBay. If it was deflatable, I'd have one. Anyway, it's great to meet you.
And you.
See you later. Bye bye. Yeah, so I've just been talking to that kayaker here about whether it's, you know, what part of this bay is safe to go in on my own with the paddleboard. And basically what he said to me was, the tide's actually out and it's low, and this bay here stays pretty shallow most of the time. So he said if you get your paddleboard in, you can probably go all the way up to the bridge underneath and go around to where the clock tower is, which is up for sale at £2 million apparently. And then as you come around here, you probably want to stay within the bay and don't go any further up, because if you go further up, that's when you get into the tidal water on the other side. So we'll get something to eat, have a little look around town, and then we'll get the paddleboard out and we'll go for a little adventure. Right, looking forward to this. Should be good, should be good. I'll tell you what, it's quite an effort trying to get all that stuff ready. You think, oh, it's so much easier than mountain biking. Don't have to take some pumping up that. You've got 2 chambers of 15 psi. Certainly gets you warmed up before you go in. Sure we've not left anything. And of course we have to put in tail first. So board's in, just going to attach ourselves onto the back here. Rocks in here, but we always go out on our knees first in case you come off and you hit anything, but we don't really need to worry about that today. This is the first time we've actually been in the sea. No turning back now. No turning back now. Not very deep. I'm actually sinking in the sand. I think we'll go over this side.
deeper. There's a paddleboarder there who's just been past who just said, just be careful of the shallow water. It creeps up really quick and you end up coming off your board. As you can see, we're probably scraping the bottom here a little bit now. But there's the bridge that they're still working on. We're going to go under it and have a look at the clock tower, and you can feel the wind actually pushing us out. So we better be careful here. We'll go up towards that clock tower and then we'll work our way back. Yeah, I'm scraping on the bottom here, so I need to be very careful. Might actually kneel, it's easier. Just seen another paddleboarder. First time he's been here as well, and he was asking me about the neap tide. I says, well, I can only tell you what I've been told. This is all new for me as well. Apparently the lowest point today is 1:30. I think I might have mentioned that a couple of times. I'm just sat out here chilling and a massive splash just happened right next to me. I'm hoping to God it's a seal. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, it was just there. Something big. Terrifying. I dipped my camera in, but I don't want to get it wet. Let's hope it's a big bosomed flipping mermaid or a siren. Yeah, anyway, let's go for a little adventure. I think we'll have to go in for a little dip. Bloody stuff gets everywhere, doesn't it? Brilliant! Not the biggest of adventures, but then again, you know here on the channel that we like our micro adventures. And that's a micro adventure. Does life get any better? You're eating a sandwich next to a deep sea fishing trailer on your bluefin carbon board. They really need to sponsor me for these. I'm not in a sponsorship, but there we go. Cheese sandwich, bluefin carbon, deep sea trawler. And where are you? Out in the middle of bloody nowhere. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm moisturised, I'm refreshed. In order for us to save some money and do the proper van life, I think rather than going into town and buying a coffee and supporting the local community since they don't want to give me any change, what I'll do is I'll make a coffee in the van and we'll probably have something to eat in the van, one of those hydrogenated processed meals, in order that we can save some money. And from there we'll go for a little wander, or I'll go for a little wander. And then I need to find out where I'm actually going to stay tonight, whether it's a wild camp or a campsite. Haven't decided as yet. So I'll go for a little wander, make a coffee, take my little fold-up cup, sup it, crush it, pocket. That's how we roll. That's how we bloody roll. Let's go. You'll see a longer version of that paddleboard trip here on the channel. I'll break it down, I won't make it too big, but I've actually really enjoyed it here at Barmouth. The mountain biking last time we came was absolutely epic. So I'm sat here with my Yorkshire tea, and it's beautiful out there. But we need to start looking at somewhere now where to stay. But I'll let you know when I know. So according to this Park for Night app, we've got a few options, but the question is a lot of these are going to be overnight paying, I think. Like if we click on that one there, Promenade Car Park, it's probably going to say no overnight. Yeah, there you go, no overnight. I don't know what the point is in putting these on here if they're not overnight, because that's what most of the time that we're actually looking for. There's another one there, what's that one? Barmouth Station. Only for vans less than 5 metres. Don't want to be silent. No, not staying at the side of the road. So anyway, we'll find out when we get there. You'll find out as well.
We don't want to be where we are, but we ain't gotta go very far. Feeling like I'm living in outer space, been waiting for the day when I can see your face. We ain't gotta go very far. I just wanna be there. I wanna be where you are. I just wanna sing there. I'll bring that beat up guitar. No worries, no hurry. Under the moon and the stars. I just wanna be there. I wanna be where you are. We pack it up or just stay. We're gonna live it up either way. Feeling like I'm living in a world of grey. The world is full of colour when I see your face. Just a minute.
Randomly found a little toll bridge. What is it, £1? I think we can manage that.
I just wanna sing there. I'll be there, be a guitar. No worries, no hurry. Under the moon and the stars. I just wanna be there.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Ta, mate. £1 to drive across a bridge. Bloody troll. So this is really the end of day one, and I'm actually parked here on this grassy verge, and there's another camper van down there and one further down, and I've been up and asked, and it is on Park for Night. You are allowed to park here, and it's just outside the Welsh town of Aberdyfeni. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's up there on the sign. Aberdyfeni. And the town I went through looks absolutely beautiful. Another tidal sort of coastal area. Might go up to Anglesey and have a little go around there. I've got some Welsh friends who've told me some places that are really quite beautiful and not quite on the coastal area, a little bit more of the eye candy stuff that we really do like. So me and Pepper are going to stay here tonight, I think. It is next to the road, but what can you do? It's free and there is no parking at all in the centre overnight. So this is where we're going to be staying. I shall see you in the morning and find out what we're doing tomorrow, whether we're going for a hike, whether we're going for a paddleboard, or whether we're just going to chill out in the town. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Part 2, or Adventure 2, coming tomorrow as we head into town and we have a look around. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.